As you can see, this is the R2D2 dome. I've had this semi bolted together but not glued this was the first piece I printed, but finally getting around to gluing this and the rings. I've just got bits of paper in there to stop the sections gluing together by accidentally with the super glue running, because I'm just using CA glue on the whole thing. This I've just finished attaching this top section. I'm using bolts inside. I'll lift this up. It's M4 Allen headed bolts, so you can get a good you can get in there rather. You wouldn't get a screwdriver in there, so Allen heads are quite good to tighten it up with. This is not actually glued on this section, hopefully not. This should come apart. It doesn't matter, I mean that is going to be on there. That's the base with the Lazy Susan in it. Just got that in there to keep it so it stays true and round. I've just been temporarily holding it together with these bolts, so it's actually ready to sort of, the whole thing's ready to glue together now, but I've done it in sections. These went together pretty well. Didn't quite align one of them, which was, that doesn't quite line up on there, but it's going, that'll sound in okay. It's fine at the top. I didn't quite align that section, but it's only very slightly out there, so again that'll sound in. But that's good. I've just given it a bit of a rub down just with a file and a bit of sandpaper. So these are just sitting in here at the moment, so this section should just come off. That's that bit. And as I say, the lower section or the upper, that's the Lazy Susan section. That's all super glued together. Nothing is, as you can see, is bolted. So I'm just going to reassemble it. I think I'll just keep it bolted. I'm not sure if I'll glue all of this top section together for a minute. This is the utility arm section I've just finished printing. I haven't glued that end on, that's just sitting on there at the moment. But that's come out very well. Just got to print the actual utility arms themselves, which I'll do later on this evening. I've been reprinting a few pieces because I wasn't totally happy with them. This is a reprint of the charger bay. The original one, which is that one, had warped quite considerably actually. That way up. You can't really see it. It's warped a lot at the bottom. So a point where those, you can see how much that had warped in there actually. So I was going to use it originally, but then I realised the doors aren't going to fit or anything, so I re-sliced it, reprinted it. This is the newer one to take the different lighting pieces. I also am reprinting that piece as well. Again, you can see I glued them together before I really thought about it, but this one had, I think you can see it on the camera, quite a bit of slippage printing in there, and that one had warped right in. So that's the piece I did last night, which is that section there. So it's got a good straight line on it. I'll do the other. These are quite long prints. I'm spending a bit longer time printing them to get a decent print out of them. So that one will be, again, I think that was 13 hours or something to print, so it's quite a long print, that one. So I'm going to do the other section of that tonight. This one was fine. That was the original sliced print. That came out okay. these are very, very slightly out in width there, but don't think that's going to cause a problem on those sections. Well, no, I'm not going to reprint them. I will show you the arms. These are the two side arm or leg, whatever you want to call it, sections. These are now properly glued together. There's a very slight, well, not slight, but there's a bit of a gap there because it pulled out this section slightly. Didn't quite line up on the corners there, if you can see that angle. But I think these are going to be fine. They're structurally really solid because that's the multi-section all glued together. You can see in there. This one lined up better that way. There's a slight bit of warping or lifting there, but again that doesn't matter. These bolts are just to hold it together while I'm gluing it. Well, it's glued now, but give it a good strength. So again, all super glued. Remembering that section is pointing forward, so they'll be that way around. If that's the front of it, they're going that way around. So they're very solid pieces. I've done the base ring glued together. I've got most of the pieces, most of the sectional pieces together. Apart from reprinting just that one data port or charge port piece, which I'll do tonight, then that'll complete ring 2. Ring 3 is complete, so I can actually assemble the whole thing now and put on the top of it, which I'm going to do probably tomorrow.